The other day, I was going about my business using this tool, and I didn't ask Gemini 3.0 to build me out a process to generate clients or get me more subscriptions. I asked it to help me build a list of potential leads who might be interested in paying me for helping them get started with AI. But somehow, I landed on a full-blown situation that I need to share with you all, because if this can replace the thinking that business owners are doing, and you do not need to be some technical wizard to be successful using it, then we need to get the word out there on this. You see, over the last couple of weeks, I have actually closed several deals, got several clients to pay invoices. You can see on the screen. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to push button, replicate this, but I'm going to show you what I've been doing to generate cash payments like these. This one is $125 a month. This is from a gymnastics school. This is a $2,600 per month. This is from a activity company. This $8,000 invoice is from a pest control company. And this $500 invoice, I actually don't even know what industry this is in because somebody else on my team brought this deal in. Now, I have been sharing what I have been doing for years online to grow a digital marketing business and get AI subscription-based clients. I have people in my community like Donna, who has followed my strategies to the T, willing to put in the work, who says recently that she turned 2 calls into a $2,000 a month payment, stacked it up with database reactivation, review responses, and social media posts on 2 platforms. Now, Donna's been willing to put in the work. Again, I'm not saying that you're going to replicate her success either. You have to follow along and take action to the steps that I have in this video in order to see results. But if you are willing to do that, if you are willing to follow along and take action, then right now there's never been a better time to get started and build an online business and get customers using tactics and techniques like I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. Now, before we get into how to use Gemini 3, what I've been doing, and all that stuff, if you like this topic of building an online business and getting AI subscription-based clients, then I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. This is where we work together and I spend even more time with you than beyond this YouTube video to share my tactics to get AI subscription paying clients. And I'm also going to give you 30 days free to the best AI tool out there that I use to get clients and run my business. And so please just be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and not required but always appreciated, consider sharing this video with a friend who should get started with this business model. And just comment below and I'll send you a direct link to the fast track training, the software, and the other bonuses that I'm going to be mentioning in this video, because I actually do have several other bonuses that I'm going to be mentioning in this video. In fact, I have a full bonus document that I'll be sharing with you as we go along through the course of this video. So while most people are using tools like Gemini as a smarter version of Google, just to write emails, summarizing documents, let me know if that's you in the comments. That's not where the real leverage is. The real power shows up when we use AI to solve real world problems that are usually being done by humans. So here's the outline that I have for you today on exactly that, what we're going to cover. Step 1, I'm going to be going through some of the release of Gemini 3.0. Step 2, I'm going to show you how to use Gemini 3.0 to find unlimited leads, actually how I uncovered what I've been doing, this exact prompt and process. And then step 3, I'm going to show you how to take those leads, whether you have gotten a client online before or never, turn those leads into a paying customer by using AI software, using a foot in the door method and tactic. And I appreciate you all showing up live, giving me the comments and the feedback. That's what really drives me to put out great, awesome content. And, I have a track record of success. I have over 2,300 success stories documented for my community of people that have seen videos, gone through my courses, gone through my trainings, and used these tactics to get clients, grow their business, and save more time. And that's, again, exactly what we're going to be covering today. So let's talk a little bit about Google Gemini 3.0, Give me a like on this video if you have already used it before. Comment, let me know if you've used it before. It's a huge change in the mindset of how to use these AI tools. This new version of Gemini 3.0, agent first, they call it, is a revolution. So to give you a quick overview, Google is moving from an answer questions chatbot, right? Like when you use ChatGPT, you ask it questions, it gives you, things. It gives you responses, it gives you suggestions, it gives you Word documents or swipes or action steps. So rather than going into a answer question chatbot model, Gemini is moving to a run workflows, tools and systems, end-to-end agent first. Essentially, they want us to be looking at Gemini 3.0 as an autonomous AI agent. And not only are they wanting us to view it that way, they have been putting out release and update after update around this to the point of where, like I said, Sam Altman put out this red alert release, code red, around the shift in this agent first model. And the reason that this is such a big thing for OpenAI is because if Google gets to that point of being the company that it is, having all the information and data that it has from Google Maps and Google Search and all that stuff, right? If Google gets to that point of taking this AI tech and not just using it as a chatbot, but giving it as people the ability to use it as an agent to do tasks for them, to execute, not only just ask questions, then they're going to have a huge leap in the race for AGI, right? And that's going to be, the linchpin for OpenAI. Obviously, Google is already a behemoth of a business. They already have Google Search. If they add that into their portfolio as well, then it's just going to be, they're going to be done. So obviously, this puts Gemini in direct competition with Claude, OpenAI's Operator, their AI agent mode, other vertical tools that are replacing humans. So building out chatbots, this is another thing that I wanted to share with you. Building out chatbots is a reactive thing, right? It requires you to give it prompts and guidance, but that's not the full scope of what you can do with AI now. With an agent-first AI tool like Manus or Gemini 3, these tools can actually take action and perform tasks independently. I use agents to scrape data, put spreadsheets together, send emails, send invoices, send SMSs, completely autonomous. I give it direction like I would an employee, and then it'll take action. It'll ask a couple questions, clarifying questions, which I want, and then it'll go out and do those things. And so it really is the next level of using these AI tools. And if you think about it, not just for you as somebody who is trying to get started, or maybe you have a business right now, but for all the other business owners out there. Now, I want to give you, there's the full release notes here. You can go to Google and you can type in Gemini 3, and it'll take you to this page and it'll tell you everything that you can get out of the new release of Gemini 3.0. But I want to jump back into what we started out in this video where I shared with you what I have been doing to get more clients to pay me using these types of tools. Now, the opportunity to make money with AI right now is huge. It's massive. There's, how many businesses in the US? Let me share with you how this big is. Okay, 33 to 35 million businesses in the United States. Now, if you know anybody that's a business owner, I want you to do an exercise and go ask them, have you used AI in your business? You're going to get 80% of them to say yes. Follow-up question, have you used AI to save more time or generate more results or cash flow in your business? The majority of them are going to say no. And that is because they are using AI tools, just like I said, as a reactive first type situation, just using it for, recipes, travel itineraries, messages that they need to send to their significant other that they can't create on their own, stuff like that. However, business owners, and I know this from experience, I've built the second fastest growing company in Hawaii because I've been using AI tools to grow my business. And that means that I work with hundreds of businesses on a regular basis I see their results, I see their team, I see their stats, and I see what our team is doing to get them more customer sales and leads. So it gives me a unique vantage point in knowing what's going on in the market. And I can tell you right now, those business owners that you're talking to, they have what we're calling AI guilt. AI guilt is where everybody knows they need to be using AI. Everybody knows that it's coming, business owners especially. However, they have no idea how to use it to actually grow their business in a real meaningful way, generate more customers, sales, leads, automate the process. So there's guilt behind that because they think that perhaps their competitors are actually getting an edge on this market. And they're not wrong. They're not wrong because we're early right now, but people are starting to wise up. People are watching videos just like this, and they're starting to get a good idea of where to be going next. So because of this AI guilt, business owners are ready to pay for AI. They're ready to pay for people like you and me to help them get started with AI. They know about it, but they have no idea where to start. Now, contrary to popular belief, some people think that you need to be extremely well-versed with AI, or you need to build your own app. You need to vibe code some tool so that you can be successful and start getting some clients with AI. And that is not the case. The most powerful, best tools are already out there. They already exist. And it just requires you to come in, learn about those tools, watch some YouTube videos so that you can be ahead of the business owner that you're talking to and help onboard them into using those tools. You need to be the bridge for those business owners. You do not need to develop the software tools. You just need to show them how to use them or use them on their behalf in a meaningful way. So now that you know how big the opportunity is, right? There's, like I said, 33 million businesses in the United States, with the majority of them not really using AI in a meaningful way. I'm going to give you a couple methods. Let me know if this is okay. I'm going to give you a couple methods for you to get started with maybe getting your first or your next client out of this 33 to 35 million. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I appreciate you guys in the comments, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use Gemini 3.0 for lead finding. So we use this process. I'm going to give you this prompt to automatically go out there and find a list of businesses that are likely to need to be connected with AI subscription-based services. So let me pull this prompt up for you, and I want to give it to you. So I have this prompt. This is Gemini 3.0, right? By the way, you can go to Gemini and just go to Google if you don't have it yet. There's a free version, there's a trial version. If you use Google Workspace, you obviously have the pro version included. If you don't have the pro version, it's okay too. You can actually use this prompt that I'm giving you, and it'll still build you a list of leads. And I want to be clear, the list of leads that I'm going to be building, these are business owners who will fit a criteria of potentially paying us to help them with their AI or their marketing-based services. So stick with me here. If you've never sold anything like this before, you're going to love it. Somebody says, what about B2C leads? Of course, you can build lists of business-to-customer leads through AI tools like Gemini 3.0. So here's my prompt. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to focus on B2B, right? I'm a business. I want business owners to pay me because business owners have that AI guilt, but they also usually have some disposable income to reinvest into their company that I want to get, right? So here's the prompt. Take a screenshot or make sure to like and subscribe and comment below, and I'll just send you the full document of all the bonuses. This is the prompt that I'm going to be using. So Gemini prompt that I use to build a lead list. I am acting as a digital marketing agency owner in Maui, Hawaii. I need to build a high quality prospecting list. This is a lead list for two specific industries: high ticket activity operators, because in Hawaii we like to sell to, we have a lot of activity-based clients. I'm talking surf lessons, kayak tours, things like that. And number two, home service providers, meaning landscaping, remodeling, general contractors in Maui, Hawaii. Now, I want to be clear on this, you guys. Take this prompt and edit it for yourself, right? Obviously, you're not going to try to get customers in Maui, Hawaii. That's where I'm located. You should put where you are located, and then you should put the industries that you are interested in targeting. Philip Swindle's asking, your clients need customers. If you are interested in getting B2C leads, go check out my software, smartdirectory.ai. That'll help you find a good way to get B2C leads going. So back to this prompt. Please use Google search to find 20 real active businesses in Maui fitting this criteria. Do not include large franchises or national chains. We don't want to work with those. I mean, we do want to work with those big businesses, but my experience is that they're more difficult to land. They have a board. To make the decision to work with you, they're going to need some sort of portfolio, a lot of credibility. If you're new, you probably don't have a lot of that, but you can convince a small business owner in your area to pay you a couple $1,000s a month to actually help them with some of the things that I'm going to share with you in this video, rather than, closing McDonald's to do their marketing. That's going to be a pretty difficult feat, right? So we want to exclude these large franchises or national chains and focus on small businesses with established websites. And then we're asking for specific data: business name, website URL, whatever industry they are in, likely decision maker. So, whoever the business owner is, depending on the size, maybe it's a general manager or a marketing director or just the owner in general. And then we have this additional piece that I've been adding to my lead list, which is an audit and a hook. Briefly analyze their current digital presence, their website quality, their search engine optimization gaps, which is, are they showing up high in Google or not, and their social media activity. Then suggest one specific high value service I should pitch them. For example, your website is not responsive. You haven't been posting on social media. You have a low Google review count, which is, the solution to that is better reputation marketing. And again, this is like AI agent stuff, right? Not only am I asking Google to build me a list, I'm asking it to take it even a step further, to crawl their website, to look at their social media, and give me an even higher quality list of leads. I also want their phone number, and give me all of that in a list, right? Let me know if you're getting any value out of this, by the way. You should be. I've been innovating and adapting this prompt pretty tremendously. So this is the list that I got back from Gemini. So you can see that we have this list, 20 businesses, local businesses fitting my criteria. You got the website URL, the name, website URL, niche, the decision, who is this person? They are likely the decision maker. This one's the owner captain. This one's the owner. This one's the founder. This one's the owner. And then we have that hook in there, right? What's the hook? This business has, Gemini's recommending that you pitch a website build. Now, hold on a second. If you've never built a website before, did you know that you can use AI to build websites just by clicking a few buttons? I'm going to show you one of my favorite foot in the door tactics to have a website built for anybody, whether you're technical or not, in just a few clicks. And you can sell that thing like I have. This one right here, this website, this is $125 payment. It's a website rental. We rent websites out for $125 a month. You can find dozens of businesses to rent websites out for $125 a month, and you don't even have to build them. You can use AI software tools to help you build them, just like I'm going to share with you in a few minutes. So let me jump back to my prompt real quick. So this business, the website was the hook. This one says that their search engine optimization, their SEO, is not doing very well, and it's suggesting that you help them with that. This one says that it has mom and pop branding, but it looks small. Maybe you can help them with an automated booking system to integrate to capture leads. The tools that I use actually help us do that as well. And I'm going to really quickly scan down this list. This business says they found a Gmail contact on their website. Pitch a website, professionalized website, and a customer database set up to manage customer inquiries efficiently. So there's a lot of jargon in there. I want you guys to stick with me in here because I want to show you how the jargon is no longer a thing using these AI tools, okay? So let's look at this one, for example. I like this one. This one stood out to me because the contact information it came up with is a Gmail. So let's go look at this one, openitours.com. And I pulled it up right here. What do you guys think of this website? It's pretty basic, not horrible. It looks like AI built it, which is pretty good. What did Gemini say for us? It said that it needs to professionalize their website and help them with a CRM setup to manage customer inquiries efficiently. So I'm going to give you a way to get this person in as a customer, get your foot in the door, and then I'm going to give you a way to turn them into a monthly subscription-based customer. Okay? So this business, when we scroll down, I have to move my little camera here, you can see that they have a Gmail. The reason we like Gmail when we're looking for customers, like for prospecting and building a lead list, is because Gmail usually means that's somebody's personal private email. Yes, I'm reading the chat messages, everybody. So you can put any questions that you have into the chat. This is not my AI avatar. This is me. So a Gmail, if you find a Gmail to a business owner and you give them what I call an irresistible offer, which I'm going to share with you in a minute, you are much more likely to get a response to that email than, you know, an email with a domain, like if it was, you know, owner@openitours.com. openitours@gmail.com is probably the guy that started the company. Okay. So let's look at this. All right. Let's say we found this business and the website was horrible, or, I mean, you can also, just so you know, go to Google and type in any industry you want, pool cleaner, and you can type in, I don't know, let's go to Dallas really quick. I want to show you what the manual way is to find a list of leads, right? So you go to your area. If you're in a big city, go to something smaller, Grand Prairie, for example, and type in the industry that you want to target and the keyword. So pool cleaner, Grand Prairie. I'm sure they got some big pools over there. And in Google, you just go to the map section and you can quickly go down this list. You see all these businesses that have the icon for a website. That means they have websites. But Varella's pool service doesn't have a website. Modern Pool Service doesn't have a website. Castro's Pool and General Contractors doesn't have a website. So all these businesses that don't have a website, you can quickly find a business that doesn't have a website. Well, let me show you how you can take one of those businesses or one of the ones you find in this lead list and give them a website that they cannot refuse. So I use a tool called Go High Level. This is Go High Level. Go High Level is essentially my Swiss Army knife when it comes to getting clients, offering them AI subscription-based marketing services, and getting paid. And so you can see this tool is rebranded to my company name. It's called Mina Marketing. I'm wearing the shirt. I happen to be wearing the shirt today. And you can call it whatever you want. If you have a business, you can rebrand it to your own brand. If you don't have a business, you can keep it named Go High Level. That's fine. And Go High Level does a lot of things. You can see there's an AI agent section here. You can build websites. You can do social media marketing. You can send emails. You can send SMS. You can do all those things. Now, I want to be clear. Go High Level is essentially my tool belt as an online AI marketer. You know, just like a roofer has a tool belt with a hammer, you know, they got a tape measure, they got a level. They need all these things to build a roof, to be successful. Well, in the same way, somebody in the modern era who is making money online with digital landscape, you need a tool belt. And for me, Go High Level is my tool belt. It gives me all these things that I can use to make money. And if you're interested in what I'm talking about here by using this tool, like I said, I actually have a 30-day free trial to go high level. If you comment below, I'll give you the link to this bonus document. I'm actually giving you the link to my fast track training, right? This is my 4-part AI fast track training where I give you more tactics just like I'm sharing with you in this video, and you get 30 days free of high level, and you can follow along for that 30 days to use tactics like I'm sharing with you in this video to get your first client, and then you can cover the cost of your tool belt. And you can continue to use these tools over and over to get more customers, just like I have. I mean, at this point, like I said, I have a multi-million-dollar business by selling AI and marketing services to local businesses in my area, and I use high level to service about 90% of them. And if you haven't checked it out yet, you're gonna wanna check it out. I'm gonna demo exactly how I would use high level to offer a business like this who doesn't have a website, or a business that I have found in my lead list who doesn't have a website. So if you are not a technical expert, you never built a website before, watch me do this so you can do it yourself. I just go to the website section, right? And then I go to the websites tab at the top, and then I create a new website. And rather than starting to create a website for blank, I just go to the templates section. High level gives you thousands of templates in every industry. You can see on the left-hand side here, you have everything from home services to insurance to legal to marketing agency. You can set up a website for yourself in just a few clicks. Automotive, beauty, fashion, business coaching, so on. So I'm just going to search, because there's thousands, of something that I can do in home services, right? Solar energy. Lots of solar, lots of home services, building contractor, lawn maintenance, HVAC. Let's go to Google and let's type in, I want to see if we can get pool service or cleaners, home cleaning. Home cleaning. Can we find a business that doesn't have a website? Home cleaner, Grand Prairie. And actually give them a real use case for something like this. GP home cleaners. They have no website. So if I go to high level, I can see that we have carpet cleaning, bathroom redesign, window cleaning, lawn maintenance, construction. Can I just search for cleaning? And right there, home cleaning. So I can preview this website. Nice looking website. Well, what if I told you I could have this live just by clicking this button? And while that's building, I'm gonna look at the questions. Somebody says, does high level charge $97 per month per account? No, so high level, you pay, so 30 days free using my link, and you can get up to 3 sub accounts. A sub account is 3 tool belts, essentially, right? So when you log in, you see all those tools. Let me show you. You get your first 3 clients for $99 a month. And each one of them has this full stack of tools, this dashboard, all of that. You can actually build unlimited websites in each sub account. So you could potentially kind of hack your way into getting more just website clients. But $99 gets you 3 of them, I believe. And then if you bump up your account, you get unlimited. Okay, so let me go back to the website because it's live. Look at that. And rather than having to be a website developer to, change the text, I just click and drag. I can change it right here. And what I recommend that you do if you have a business that you're trying to bring in as a customer is you take a little time and you build this website in just a few clicks, like I've shown you. This is called the liquidation method. Because AI is so easy to use and I can have this website built in just a couple of clicks, what I do is I search for businesses that don't have websites, and then I go use AI tools like this to build the website up front. Because when I reach out to them with my email template that I'm going to give you, I'm going to give them a link to a website that was already built for them. If it's already built for them, they can see it, they can touch it, they can smell it, it's live. They're going to have a hard time saying no because they don't have a website. Where previously, they probably don't have a website because they don't know how to find somebody to build one. They don't have the money to do it. They don't know how to do it. If you come in and you say, here it is, it's already built, it's for you, they're going to have a hard time saying no. This is an irresistible offer. And we're going to talk more about that. But if you've never built a website before, do you think you could follow along using High Level and pick out a template like I've shown you and maybe spend a little time saying, changing some of the text, right? GP home cleaning, right? So this website now looks targeted to them because look, there's already a link to the website. It's already live. You don't have to deal with any of that hosting stuff or any of that stuff. It's all already done for you. And you can send them this link and they can check it out, which takes away the risk, right? For a business that doesn't have a website, why do you think they don't have a website yet? There's a risk associated with that. There's risk of somebody creating something that they don't like. There's risk of investing money and going down that road and it not being good. But if you take that risk away by building it up front, because it only takes a few clicks using AI, well then, how are they going to say no to that as long as they like it? So you can drag and drop. You can change these images. If you just click this, boom, 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 boom. And you do not have to be a technical expert to get these websites up. So now that you have this website up and you found a business that needs it, you're going to go ahead and send them this email. It's called my golden email template. By the way, comment below and I'll send you this bonus document if you haven't already, or if you want to, you can just screenshot this right now. The subject line is, I built this website for a different insert industry, home cleaning company. I'm letting it go for free. You can also change this subject line if you don't want to use this one. That's totally up to you. I built this website for a home cleaner and I'm letting it go for a home cleaner. It doesn't have to be a different. You don't have to represent that you've built this for somebody else. I understand like that might be an ethics thing for somebody, but this is just an example. And you can say, hey, business, I was checking out cleaning companies in the Grand Prairie area and notice you don't have a website. I get it. You're busy running your business. Building a website from scratch is a hassle. Not to mention, it's expensive. So here's the deal. I recently built a home cleaning website. Again, you can change this if you want, for a client or for a friend or for somebody, but they ended up going a different direction. Normally I sell these for $3,000, but since it's already done, I'm just looking to liquidate it for $1,000 one time, no hidden fees. It's designed to bring in leads, looks great on mobile, and I can have it up and running for you in 48 hours or less. If you want to see what it looks like, hit reply. Or just check this link and you give them the link to the website. Now, how many of you think you can do that? Somebody says, how do you avoid business owners not thinking it's a scam? Free screams scams. Well, you send them the link and then they can look at it, right? And you can also point that out. Michael, that's a great question. I would recommend you say, like if they say yes or they reply and they say something, once you get them to take that foot in the door, then you just say something like, hey, I'm just getting started with this. And this is super important. Being authentic and honest and trustworthy with people is like the key to actually bring them in, especially if you are new. And so when people say, if they think it's a scam, you can be upfront with them and be like, hey, I'm brand new. I've been learning how to do this stuff. I saw that I can help your business. I'm, really looking forward to do that. I'm giving this to you for free to invest in a potential long-term relationship together. If you take this website, I would love to figure out how else I can help you and serve you in your business. And that is going to be a way to break down that barrier of maybe somebody thinking it's a scam. And again, have I been met with people that say no? Have I been met with people that might think it's a scam? Yes. Have the thousands of people in my community who have had success stories. If I go to my Facebook group, just go to offlinesharks.com/Facebook. This is a free group, by the way. And if you have more questions like this beyond this video, and we're not done yet, but I just want to give you a resource of a way where you can get more help on an ongoing basis. This is a Facebook group where we have 24,000 other people in our community that are taking action. We're giving them regular training. They're asking questions just like this. And, when you have a question like, oh, are people thinking a free offer is a scam? You can come here and you can post it here. Somebody might have already posted it before, so you can search with the magnifying glass. a question you might have. I also recommend you just search the hashtag win, and you'll see people like Sean Fitzgerald just a couple days ago who is taking action, following the instructions that we're sharing. I just moved a couple current clients to High Level, which is a tool that I've been showing you guys. I had a Spin Studio choose $139 a month website, just like I'm sharing with you in this video, right? Rental websites. Also another client here. Lots of other people, Greg Blackwood, $2,500 new client. These are all action takers, right? People that are not letting the questions or objections that they have when they're watching this stuff stop them from taking action. And if you do have those questions, just come to the group and post them. It's free. We really work really hard to build and foster a helpful community environment. So I want to jump back to my slides and go over this, because I mentioned we're going to go over Gemini 3.0, which we have done. I showed you how to use Gemini 3.0 to find unlimited leads. I've given you that prompt, and then I've shown you how to turn that lead into a paying customer with AI software. So you got the website up. You sent them an email using my template. You got somebody to say yes. The website is live. That's great. Congratulations. I know that if you follow along step by step, those are all doable things. High Level is free for 30 days. I've given you training right here. I also gave you my 4-part fast track training where I give you 3 or 4 other ways to monetize, make money with High Level and your new lead list that you have. And I just want to plant another quick seed that, building a website for somebody is a great entry point into helping them with other things like, automating their follow-up or building an inbound AI receptionist. This is all stuff that we talk about in the 4-part fast track training, which is free. You can see we have an AI agent section over here on the left-hand side. Essentially an AI agent is a tool that you can program to know everything about an entire business. And if somebody were to call a phone number, an AI agent would pick it up and answer all the questions, pre-purchasing questions, troubleshooting questions. Somebody says Go High Level is only hype. That's the stupidest thing I have ever heard. How is Go High Level only hype? I've shown you, I've built the 2nd fastest growing company in Hawaii, and I use High Level to service all of my clients. I mean, I have tons of clients. You're being a hater, but you probably don't even have one client, unfortunately, which is, I feel bad for you. Somebody said N8N, Lovable, Nano Banana. Yeah, you can use all those things too. That's great. If that's what's working for you, then by all means, keep doing it. But why are you on this stream listening to me show you how to use tactics that I'm using and lots of other people are using and having success with, right? They're having success with this. And that's really what matters. Like, all I care about is people in my community having success. So if I jump back to, the AI agents and other ways to monetize, let me give you a quick little example about that, because Google Gemini, it actually said for this same client, a professional website and a CRM setup to manage customer inquiries is probably what else you could sell to them. And so a CRM, a customer relationship management system, is essentially a database, a place for you to store all of your customer information. And so again, High Level, it actually allows you to build a database. There's this contact section here. I'm not going to open it up because there's a lot of personal information for clients that I have. But essentially, when you have somebody's name, address, phone number, email, and you collect all that information for you or your clients, then you can send them emails on an ongoing basis, and people will pay you to do this. And so this, again, is something we talk about in the fast track training. And if you're interested in selling some AI automation services, you're going to want to check it out. I hope you got some value out of this video. Please like and subscribe. Join the Facebook group. It's free. And comment below, and I will send you my entire bonus document and a link to the 4-part AI fast track training. So with that, everybody, I will see you in the next video. Aloha.